All right, let's just jump right into the shit, man. Let's talk about what's actually coming out this week in theaters. So this week we have Bloodshot coming out in theaters. This is Well, let me read the synopsis first. Ray Garrison, an elite soldier who was killed in battle, is brought back to life by an advanced technology that gives him the ability of superhuman strength and fast healing. With his new abilities, he goes after the man who killed his wife. It's very unpredictable, or at least he knows. Or at least he believes killed his wife. He soon comes to learn not everything he learns can be trusted. The true question is, can he even trust himself? This film, Bloodshot, is directed by Dave Wilson and written by Jeff Wadlow, who has a story by and screenplay credit, as well as Eric Heiserer, who has a screenplay credit, and Kevin Van Hook, Bob Layton, Don Perlin, who all have the comic book credit on the film. It stars Vin Diesel, Isa Gonzalez, Guy Pearce, Tallulah Riley, and of course, like I mentioned before, it comes out this particular Friday, which is Friday the is it Friday the 13th? No, 14th.
Yeah.
Friday the 14th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, in March 14th, I believe it is. But yeah, news. Did you see the? You saw the trailer for this, right?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for this.
Yeah, what'd you think about it?
Oh, God.
Yes.
And usually I like these types of like run and gun, shoot 'em up type of movies, right? Where a lot of explosions, gunfire, and innocent people dying. A lot of innocent people dying, right?
We like that apparently.
Yeah. This one was just a little bit. There's something about it I just couldn't. Just didn't agree with me, right?
Like because he didn't say family at any point during
family. You win by an inch, you win by a mile. Winning is winning. This movie, it just didn't like. It has all the elements, right?
Yeah.
The run and gun, the shoot 'em up shit, explosions, body armor, some sci-fi high tech shit, right?
Yeah.
It's just missing something. What that thing is, to be honest, I don't know.
It's an actual story.
So it's like originality, like story. Just it doesn't have that thing that intrigues me. Mm-hmm. Like it's like let's say you go to a restaurant, right? A new restaurant, but you see something on the menu that you've had before, and you're like, okay, I'm at a new restaurant, but here's this thing I like. Yeah, I'm gonna order that. Yeah, right. And then all they do is give you what you want. Right, or what you expect, right? But like not with like the new, right? You go to a new restaurant, you order the thing that you've had before. You maybe want to see like, this is gonna be a little bit different than something new. This doesn't have any new. It's just the thing.
Yeah, no, I think this just falls right in line with like a shit ton of like Vin Diesel movies, and I don't know why he's kind of become this person, right? Like I don't know if it's from Fast and Furious why he kind of got this thing where he just gets to play like superheroes and shit. And it's just like
it was Riddick. Why? It was Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, it was Riddick, and then I know he had another one where he was like he had like a sword or some shit, the Witch Hunter, or something like something like that. And it's just like, well, when the fuck did we give Vin Diesel the license to kill? Like I don't remember him applying, at the DMV.
There was no training either. He just went from working on cars in LA to all right. So now I'm on the fucking moon.
And when I thought he was like, all right, we're getting a little out of control is when he went square up with The Rock and actually
in like Fast 7 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like
you're not gonna beat The Rock a trained fucking U.S. Army soldier, and you just live
to tell the tale
in Los Angeles. And you work on cars. You can't. You don't got hands like this guy has.
Working on your Pontiac GTO.
Your hands are different. This guy's been trained. This guy's killed 400 people
with his bare hands.
12 oil changes. How they matched up, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So, that's pretty much all I want to talk about this film. I don't foresee this being anything that's terribly interesting.
In 2 years, when this is on like FX or USA,
I'll check it out.
Check it out. Yeah, definitely.
It'll be good. A good Wednesday night when you got nothing else to do.
Yeah, fuck it. Wednesday night.
All right. Let's jump into some more shit here coming out this particular week. We have I Still Believe, which is the true life story of Christian music star Jeremy Camp and his journey of love and loss that looks to prove there is always hope. This film is directed by Andrew Irwin as well as John Irwin, and written by both as well. This film stars Britt Robinson, KJ Appa, Melissa Roxburgh, and Abigail Cohen. And of course, like I said, is due out this particular Friday. I think it's Friday, March 14th. I gotta double check that before I keep getting my dates wrong here. But did you happen to see this trailer at all?
Nope, I skipped this one.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
about churchy shit. Christian.
Just a Christian singer guy with a guitar. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to hate on this movie. You know why? Because there's a market for it.
Oh yeah,
they know that people are going to come out to watch this movie. You slap
Christian on anything, Christians are gonna
holy shit,
they're gonna buy it.
It is Friday the 13th.
This upcoming Friday.
Yeah.
Ooh, scary hours.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Oh, there's going to be a lot of Jason going on.
I gotta do. Oh, yes, that's
Jason
gonna be all over TV.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Jason? Mine's just part 7.
What is part 7? Explain to me what happened. What was the story?
I think it was like the Return of Jason or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember, it was
the Return of after 7 movies.
Jason Returns.
Have they not already used that?
Every movie is Jason Returns. Jason comes back. Here comes Jason. There he is over there. I think he's on his way. Jason's 5 minutes out. That's all it is.
Oh man. My favorite Jason is it has to be. I think it was number 2. That's probably a lie. It's probably either 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I seem to have pressed something. I think it's number 2 where he. I just forget. I forget exactly what happens, but I remember like maybe one of the kids that were at the original Crystal Lake, or at least in part 1 or something like that, is growing up, and now he comes back. And I just remember he was wearing this like denim jacket. And I remember it was the first time where I seen somebody like really try to like go head up with Jason and like not be, a punk about it. But like he changed Jason, and he, sends him to the bottom of Crystal Lake. Like I just remember seeing that and being like, okay, somebody who's not afraid of just a guy.
Was it like a living person who wrapped him up?
Mm-hmm.
See, I think it was in part 7, which is like Jason Returns or whatever. It was the one where like the girl, she kind of had like powers, telekinetic powers, and she could like move things with her mind a little bit.
Nah.
Right?
Nah, never.
I've seen it. The dope part about this one, right? And I'm pretty sure it was like Jason 7, which was like the Jason Returns or whatever the fuck it was, right? Her father had also drowned at like Camp Crystal Lake, right?
Yeah.
So it was like Jason was down there, and then her father was down there.
Oh, so her dad like comes back.
So at one point she's on the docks, and Jason has her cornered, and she's like crying and screaming, and then like she starts to use her powers against Jason, which I guess like brings her father back.
Yeah.
Her father comes back like Debo, you know what I mean? Like he had to brick for Debo too. So he comes back, he like busts out of the water on the dock, and he like grabs Jason by like the legs, and he like knocks him down to his knees and wraps the chains around him, and he like drags Jason back down to hell.
Yeah.
Yo, the hardest, even today, like if I watch that movie, I'm hyped. That was the hardest shit I've ever seen.
Far cry from I Still Believe.
Far cry. I still believe though.
Yeah. So yeah, this movie. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, it's all right. We could just move on.
I'm not gonna see this shit.
Yeah, look.
I don't feel comfortable when I'm like surrounded by more than like 3 Christians.
Yeah, at any one given time, like it's like it's a very uneasy feeling. It's like, wait a minute,
Jesus conversation. Right, it's like,
and it'll be like the dumbest thing that pulls you into the conversation. It's like fucking like like a piece of paper rolls down. She's like, yeah, that reminds me of like Deuteronomy, 18, 19, and it's like, oh, here we go.
I hate hearing about like God's plans. Jesus has a plan for you. Like, yo, kid just got shot yesterday. Was
Guess
that
he
part
didn't have
of the
a plan
plan?
for it?
No, he didn't have a plan for that child. But
it's because he didn't know Jesus. Yeah, it's like, all right. I see what we're doing here. All right, let's move on. We've got another film coming out. This is My Spy. A hardened CIA operative finds himself at the mercy of a precocious 9-year-old girl, having been sent undercover to surveil her family. This film is being directed by Peter Siegel, written by Eric Hober, as well as John Hober. And stars Dave Bautista, Chloe Coleman, Parisia Fitz-Henley, Christian Scal. Dave Bautista, look at him pulling. This is the usual.
You're getting that kid money back.
Yeah. You know, if you're ex-pro wrestler, you have to do a movie that has to do with, like, you know, babysitting a kid at some point in time. John Cena's done it. I know he came out with a movie, I think it was last year, where he was like a fireman.
The fireman
or something like that.
And it was a kid or something like that, or the dog.
There's like three kids, and like he had to, like,
The Rock's done many of them.
The princess with fairy princess or tooth princess,
like
or something like that. Tooth fairy or something like that.
And then he did like the something up the mountain.
Back
Journey to something mountain.
something. Yeah, I don't know, something.
Yeah.
And then Hulk Hogan, I'm sure he's done.
He's done a lot of them.
Triple H has done, like, I think he has like the nanny or something like that, or the Manny. I don't know, something stupid like that. So yeah, it's just it's a prerequisite. But I think Batista is interesting, right? Because he was complaining about, or not complaining, but like I remember he had comments about, like, he doesn't want to do certain roles because it's like, yo, I'm above that. Like, come on, I just did Bond. Like, get the fuck out of my face. But then he comes out with My Spy, and it's just like, well,
so wasn't it him against, like, was it him and like Dwayne Johnson or something like that? He was commenting on, like, The Rock had.
No. His comments were about Fast and Furious, how he wouldn't want to be in Fast and Furious because he just saw it as like beneath him. But it's like, bro, you're still.
If I'm an actor
doing My Spy.
Wait, no, if not still doing, this is the first one.
No, I'm saying he's doing that afterwards, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be like, man, fuck Fast and Furious, but then do My Spy.
Well, so like if I'm a lead actor in Hollywood, right, and I've got
Bautista. No, and all due respect to him, he is not an elite actor. Let's just.
Oh no!
Let's just
I didn't say
that
elite. I said a lead actor.
Oh, lead actor,
right? Meaning like Dave Bautista can lead a film, right?
Sure. Well, I mean, name one other film other than this that he's led.
So
I guess he has the one with Kumail Nanjiani.
I mean, I think
where
Stuber,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. But he didn't really lead that so much as he like co-starred in.
No, I think he was like. I think
he was the lead of that one. I never saw it, so.
Even though Kumail was really good in that movie, fucking Batista was great. Kumail was really good. Batista was great.
Well, okay, so but you're the lead actor of a movie if basically the movie like centers around you. You know what I mean?
I would say the movie centered around him, then Kumail was like the comedic support.
Okay,
right,
fair enough.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't.
I've seen it twice.
I've heard this. Yeah, I've heard.
It was really fucking good.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy. He was in Blade Runner. Was it 2049? I think he's building himself. He's a lead actor now. I think he's building himself up to be someone who might be like a top earner in Hollywood in terms of that like action genre, right?
Yeah.
If I was him and I had a choice to be in, do you want to jump on like Fast 8 or do you want to do another Fast 9? Fuck. It's Fast 9. Do you want to jump on Fast 9 or do you want to lead another completely independent film? It might be like a more kid-friendly movie, but you want to like lead this film and you want to jump on this other thing, right? And you're behind all of those other top-tier actors, right? You're behind Diesel. You're behind Ludacris and Tyrese.
Diesel.
And Vin Diesel.
Oh, I thought you meant Diesel as in like Kevin Nash.
Was he the Diesel?
He played the character of Diesel in WWF before.
See, I think if I think of Diesel, I think of Shaq Diesel.
Okay.
Right first, and Vin Diesel.
Nah, I think of Diesel.
You're a wrestling fan.
I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah. But anyway, no, I think Batista made the right decision here. Let me lead my own independent film rather than jump on Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah, fair enough. All right,
it's a bigger bag there.
There you go. It's always about the bag.
Always.
All right,
and it looks pretty good.
So let's see where we're at. Okay, so then we have another movie coming out this Friday. This is called Never, Rarely, sometimes always. I'll give you the quick synopsis. Inseparable best friends and cousins, Autumn and Skylar precariously navigate the vulnerability of female adolescents in rural Pennsylvania. When Autumn mysteriously falls pregnant, she's confronted by conservative legislation without mercy for blue-collar women seeking an abortion. With Skylar's unfailing support and bold resourcefulness, money to fund the procedure is secured, and the duo board a bus bound for New York State to find the help Autumn needs. This film is directed by Eliza Hittman, as well as written by her as well, and stars Talia Ryder, Sydney Flanagan, Ryan Egold, and Theodore Pellerin. And again, is due out this Friday the 13th. I think it's a timely film.
Timely is a good word. It's a respectful choice of wording.
Yeah. You have all these states. I think it was Mississippi. I want to say it was. Which one was the one where people were like, we're not even going to film here because of like the fuck shit, or maybe it was Atlanta.
I think it was Georgia.
Yeah, it was Georgia. Okay,
Atlanta's a city.
Yeah, well, you fucking understood what the fuck I was saying. But yeah, Georgia, or just a lot of these states that are kind of turning back the clock on all these sort of abortion, or they do things to ban abortions, and sometimes it's not even done like explicitly. Sometimes they'll be like, they'll set like regulations for like they're not even abortion clinics. They're what do they call them? It's like healthcare or
health clinics,
things like that, right? So you have these like health clinics that have to have these like wild ass like regulations and shit, and those regulations are wholly like unnecessary. Like, oh, you've got to have the hallway's got to be 18 feet long instead of 17 feet long, and if you're 18 or 17 and 11 inches, you're gonna get shut down. It's just like, what?
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here. Like,
they make it extremely difficult to perform the procedures.
And what's crazy is like a lot of times in these health clinics, like there's a lot more than just abortions that like take place. So it's like when you shut down these clinics meant for women, thinking, oh, like we're just preventing abortions, and you might very well be, but also like just other preventative cares.
Like you're also stopping general,
a lot of other shit. Yeah,
healthcare services, right? Like checkups, infection. Prescriptions and like general checkups. So I think this movie, to your point, is a very timely movie.
Yeah, and it's always good to have a ride or die, right? Like you gotta have your the Robin to your Batman. Like you always gotta have somebody who, like, no matter what you're going through, you gotta, like, they got your back. Like you want to go up to New York State to get that thing done? Let's go up to New York State, get that thing done. Like, instead of like, that sounds crazy. Good luck with that. I'll see you later. I'll see you Tuesday.
Now they got the bulk bus now. They got the mega bus. A little bit cheaper. If I don't got to drive, if you need to go, I'll go. I'm there to support you.
Yeah.
What? You need me to drive? You got toll money? You got gas money? No gas money? I just picked up a shift. All right. Good luck with that thing.
Let's move forward here. And then we have the most controversial movie that nobody's actually seen yet. We have The Hunt, which is whoops, I kind of fucked myself up here. The Hunt, which is 12 strangers wake up in a clearing. They don't know why they're there, why they are, or how they got there. They don't know they've been chosen for a very specific purpose, The Hunt. This is directed by Craig Zobel and written by Nick Kuss, Damon Lindoff, who he wrote, or he's a creator behind Watchmen as well as Lost, or I don't know if he was the creator of Lost, but he wrote for Lost, I believe. The stars Betty Gilpin, who I'm familiar with her from the show on Netflix, Glow, as well as Hilary Swank, Emma Roberts, and Justin Hartley. This film, and I'm sure everybody does remember, was supposed to come out like sometime last year. I think maybe sometime in the fall last year. And then there was like all this controversy around it because all these, conservatives were like, oh my God, all these liberals killing, these conservative people. I can't believe this.
Yeah, we talked about this one.
Yeah, we did. And then, the studio was like, all right, let's let that heat die down a little bit. And at first, or not at first, but like at the time, I thought it was a very stupid decision to not just release the fucking film, because it's like, we'll release it and they'll fucking cry like they usually do. And,
yeah, but then you got to think about like the return on the investment, right? So
no, because they're stupid enough to just still go see the fucking movie, like even though they make all this fucking like, and it's only like a small sect of people who actually like give a fuck and actually like.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things where unfortunately like the people who are against something always are louder than the people who are like for something, right? And it's like if you're putting out a film, right, you don't want the negative people to be louder than the people sharing good reviews. So it's like, all right, maybe we just wait a month or two.
Yeah, but this doesn't get the respect that like I give like Sonic, right? I give Sonic respect. At least like
no, Sonic went back to the drawing board. Like we fucked up.
At least you changed something there. Like with this, it's just like you just wait for the noise around it to die down.
They changed the date,
but that's like all you change. It's just like I don't know if I can really respect that as much as like I can respect something like Sonic. But whatever.
Here's the thing: I wasn't gonna see it in the beginning. The first time they announced it, I wasn't gonna see it then. I'm not gonna see it now. But from a business standpoint, I do.
Sure.
I do understand why they're like, hey, we're going to wait for some of this heat to die down. Then we're going to release this project. I mean, Bond did the same thing.
No.
A similar thing.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later.
In a minute. But no, like I don't think this is the same thing, because it's like, that would have been the perfect time to release it, because then it would have actually been controversial. You know what I mean? Like versus releasing it now when everybody's like, whatever, we're kind of over it. Like, and then it would have been like, all right, I might have to see this to see what everybody's fucking talking about. But you released it like 5 months later, and it's just like, whatever.
But then it all depends on the intent of like both the intent of the film and the studio that's releasing it. It's like, do we want the controversy, right? Or do we just want the dollars?
Yeah, there was something else happening around the same time when they were like, "Oh, this is the real reason why we're delaying it."
When was this again? Wasn't this towards like the end of 2019 when we talked about?
Yeah, I think it was like in the fall. I remember it was sometime around the fall. I can't remember. There's something else going on where they're like, "Oh, this is our excuse for." Oh, I think it was like a shooting happened at that same time.
Oh yeah, like the Parkland shooting or something like that.
It wasn't the Parkland shooting, because that was
fucking
years ago.
The Florida shooting.
There's a lot of shootings.
Was it the Las Vegas one?
No, I don't think it was the Vegas shooting. It was some sort of shooting event that happened that made them sort of like also, or like was like a built-in excuse of like, oh, it's gun violence, so let's just delay this.
3 people got shot over there. Can't release the
film. But yeah, like I don't know. It is what it is. I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But yeah,
it's a long way to say it is what it is.
Yeah. All right.